On blast.
So next up, we're going to talk about something that you brought up to me the last time we spoke, and also on my other pod with John Chidley Hill. He also brought up that I need to watch Cheer. Okay, and I
Oh,
did.
yes. Did you
I
watched
watched
it?
Cheer, and I will say I loved it.
And
I
you
loved it.
loved
It
it.
was so
It's
good.
so good.
I'm gonna say this off the
It's so
bat
good.
because I know we're going from one rating system to the next right away. I'm gonna say I'm giving that 5 out of 5. 5 flame emojis for the show Cheer because they did such a great job of storytelling. The storytelling is so good, and all these characters, even maybe if they first introduce them to you and you think, I don't know if I'd really like this person, they do such a good job of making you care and root for every single person that they did a deep dive on in this show. Right? It was such a good job of storytelling, such a good job of manipulating your emotions to make you care about this like random D2 school or whatever it is, cheerleading competitions, right? Like it's such good storytelling. I thought it was really good, and it was one of those things where everyone recommended it, said it was really good, and it still surpassed my expectations. It was still better than I thought it would be. What did you think about it? I know you kind of gave me a little bit, but obviously you
I'm
held back because I hadn't watched it
Yeah,
yet.
like you say, the we just talked about it with the Joe Exotic, the subject matter, the footage, and luck, and boy, did that have all three of them in spades. And then just like Joe Exotic and Tiger King, the characters were so good, man. Like you say, it starts and you even have the whole relationship cycle with some of the characters. You're like, oh, I like them. Now I don't like
Yeah.
them. Now I like them again. You
What's that
know?
guy's name?
And
Was
it's
it
like,
Ladarius?
yeah,
Ladarius,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. He was like, and you're like, I see where he's coming from, but he's kind of a dick.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
that's why he is the way he is.
Exactly.
And then, but how about the coach? I mean, the coach was so good.
Great character. Great character. It made you really like the coach and root for the coach. Because in the beginning, I'll be honest with you, I was watching it with my little cousin, and I said to her, I was like, this is kind of interesting, but I wonder if, because I was thinking of it in terms of when they were making the comparisons between college football, right? I was making,
Saban.
yeah,
She was Nick Saban, right?
but I was like, I wonder if she really does like these kids and their different backgrounds and all that, because obviously you're talking about an area that's super religious, and most of the people that probably go to her church aren't about the LGBTQ community, right? And so to have her be a supporter of them with her team, I actually said to my little cousin while I was watching it, I'm like, I wonder if that's actually legit or if she's just doing it because she needs these people for her team to be successful. Right? Like I
Right.
questioned that early on. And the more you dug into the story and when you see her go and she talks to her dad, I was like, oh no, this seems really legit. I like to think that I watch enough reality TV that I read through people and I'm like, this is bullshit. It didn't seem like bullshit, right? She seemed like a very genuine, real character. And even like hearing her husband talk and seeing and hearing them talk about her family and stuff and how much she puts into
Yeah.
it, and even just seeing some of the conversations which they didn't exploit, right? Like some of the conversations where the team members are going to talk to her about something serious, they didn't exploit it and make her like, oh no, well this is what you should do, and like they didn't really tell you what the conversation was. They just showed the fact that the players had the trust to go to her and seek her advice, and they go in upset but leave super happy and they're hugging and everything's okay. And I was like, okay, cool.
The other thing too was that like the documentary crew that was filming obviously had a lot of respect for her and the kids, because there were some points that they'd be like, listen, this is a private conversation, we're going to have this off camera, and the documentary crew like respected those decisions, right? So I thought that was even really cool.
Yeah. It was just really, really well done. And, I talked about like just how crazy the emotional roller coaster was. Like they did such a good job of storytelling. And you were right about someone getting hurt every single episode, right? Like that was just like so insane. Someone like doing mad flips in the air and just landing on the ground. And you're like, this person weighs like 80 pounds. Like
Oh,
how are they like walking after this, right? But I will say
yeah, and
the
the athleticism
oh,
that some of those girls and guys exhibit is like insane, right?
it's
Like
It's so hard.
Things that you wouldn't see on a basketball court or a football field.
Well, the way that they broke it down, that all the work that goes into basically how long's the routine? 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes or something like that. And it's like you're just rehearsing the same thing over and over and over and over and over. And then in that 2 minute span, one person can just like fall on like not even the most difficult part of your routine. I was just like, oh, okay. Like they did a good job of explaining it to the layman. Right? Because I don't know anything about cheerleading, but they broke the whole thing down and it made sense. But I'll say this, the end scenes, right? When they're showing them winning and they're celebrating and they're cutting to all the different families watching back at home. And when they cut to Ladarius, his brother, who obviously the whole story they told throughout was the brother beat him up the whole time he was growing up, trying to like literally, and I wish I could say this in a more polite or PC way, but literally trying to beat the gay out of him as a kid, right? And then you see the brother now watching their team win and the brother sitting there watching in tears. I was sitting there, I was like, yo, this is like powerful storytelling. It was just so well done. I'm giving it 5 out of 5. Flames. What are you giving it?
Those football documentaries that they do that are similar, I love, and like that way that they film it and make it look like that Friday Night Light style.
Yeah.
I love the style of it. But I just thought that unlike some of those football ones, the Last Chance U, this one definitely like was a little more uplifting and left me with a warm, fuzzy feeling rather than being like, oh, I hate this coach and hope these people like, I hope these kids walk out on them. Yeah,
they did it was really interesting and so many different angles, like different people growing up. The only person that came off not likable was the girl who's like the superstar who's like signing all the autographs. Her dad, that guy is a scumbag.
Oh yeah,
that guy's like
her whole family.
A1 scumbag, just trying to like make money and exploit his daughter. Like that guy's a scumbag. But other than that, here for everyone in that. Great storytelling. John was right. He told me, he's like, Jerry is just like the craziest character ever, but so happy and so positive energy. And he's always watching the challenge during, like every time they show them in their room, they're watching the challenge. I was like, all right. Yeah, it was just really good. Really good. Dope show. Highly recommended for people who haven't watched it.
We need to get Jerry. We need to get Jerry on You Killed It.
Right? That would be must see potting right there, right? Must see potting.
On blast.